5, 4, 3.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're counting down for me to drink my coffee.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Episode 84, The Flip Side with Jay and Noel, coming to you live on TikTok. Check us out. We're also live on YouTube.com.
Yeah.
At The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. What's going on? Good morning.
What's going on? It's your birthday. It's your birthday. And I kind of got a party and a birthday, and I don't know the lyrics to the song, but it's your birthday.
It's your birthday. We party in the club. Bottle full of Bob with my nigga.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
You guys got that right. It is now 7:38 a.m. in the Philippines, October the 9th, and it is my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Another year has passed of charcuterie and hijinks. Yes.
And it's my dad's birthday too, which is weird.
Whoa. Good morning and happy birthday to Mr. De La Rosa. Shout out to you, sir.
Señor.
Oh, señor. Buenos días, señor De La Rosa. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, man.
So after all the formalities, do you have anything special going on for today? Anything else special that you want to talk about aside from your birthday and my dad's birthday and
I wanted to talk about a couple of things. We should definitely talk about what's going on in Israel right now, because that is quite shocking. It's basically happened within the last 3 or 4 days and whatnot. On top of that, I want to see if we can talk about the very first healthy grocery shopping experience of my life. That was weird. I kid you not. It was very weird for me. And then I want to talk about the perfect birthday gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should be packed up program for today.
Exactly. Should we start with the heavy stuff with Israel?
Sure. Please.
Let's start with that. So I'll be quite honest with you guys. I'm not completely versed in what's going on and what happened. I took a rough course. I wasn't following it the last 3 days, to be honest with you. I'm following it here and there. But I believe on Saturday, there was a music festival that was going on in Israel. Okay. This was in the middle of the desert, basically. And what happened is there's this militant group called the Hamas. They're Palestinians, and basically opened attack in regards to all of these festival goers that was going on in Israel. Yeah, they attacked. Over 260 people passed, and on top of that, they blatantly kidnapped in broad daylight people. There's a big history that's going on with Palestinian Arabs and the Israelites and whatnot. You know, I'm not too familiar with the history of it here and there, basically. But
it's only been going on for the past 3,000 years.
Yeah, basically.
Or 2,000 years.
But basically, what with the attack on the Israelites or Israelis during this concert, it's not just Iranians. There was like American people that were there as well. You know, different kind of people. But these militants attacked. Now, Israel has vowed war against these militants. And for the past 3 days, there has been massive war that's going on in the Gaza Strip, basically. Over 1,000 people passed already. 1,000 people died. It's insane. The first off, my heart goes out to everybody that has lost in their lives over there, the family, both from the Palestinian side and the Israelites. I have no side into this, what's going on. It's between them, but it's another life wasted. Any life that's taken from us due to gun violence or war is a wasted life taken. That's just
if you're imposing your views on somebody else's,
right?
You're imposing your own views on somebody else's, and you're doing it through violence, or you're doing it through force.
Right.
It's frustrating.
Crazy how apparently this Israel territory has basically just been around since 1947, basically, right? They're fighting about this land between these two cultures. Okay, it's about how all of a sudden the Palestinians were displaced or whatever. It's a country within a country within a country or whatever. It's a whole debacle. And there's this strip, the Gaza Strip, that basically they've always been fighting about. It's supposed to belong to one side and then the other or whatever. Don't quote me on this. Do your own research. But no matter what, thousands of lives has already been lost because of this place. And it's insane in 3 days.
It's the longest war that's been going on ever since, story of Jesus, right? But
pretty much
with the way you're talking about the story now, it's like the biggest event or the biggest massacre that's happened,
right? As of
related
right
to it, is it?
Yeah.
I'm asking, is it the biggest massacre that's happened related to it, or have other similar things happened?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of flabbergasted by this because in 3 days, there's over 1,400 people or 1,300 people that have lost their lives already. You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, the Hamas militants just basically wreaked havoc at this festival. Okay.
It's like a 9/11.
Yeah. And these soldiers, this Hamas militants basically rushed through killing people and then actually kidnapping people. There's this one video where it totally shows the kidnapping of one of these girls or the party goers and whatnot, or concert goers, whatever. And you can hear from this. I can't really play this video because of copyrights issues and whatnot, but you can hear in this girl's voice that, she knows that her life is practically done. She's like, please don't hurt me. Don't. And it was really rough to watch, basically. It's on CNN. You'll be able to see. I'll send you the link in a bit. Actually, I sent it to you.
I saw the article. I don't know if that's
if you scroll down, you'll see the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I haven't seen that yet.
And what's driving me crazy is they're fighting about this particular territory. This place is like the size of Washington, D.C., basically, and there's more than like 2 million people in this place. It's such a small territory that they're fighting for. I guess it's like the center of things. I don't know. And it's horrifying. If you were actually in that kind of festival in the middle of the desert, and then all of a sudden you're getting attacked and shot at and whatnot, it's always I don't it's hard for me to swallow. It brings me back to this. I'm sorry if I'm hogging this too much, but it brings me back to this concert a number of years back. I think it was like 2019 in Vegas. There was a huge concert in the streets, basically, and thousands of people were there. Out of nowhere, this guy basically just rents a room in like the 24th or the 54th floor of the hotel right across the party, and just shoots people from up there.
Yeah, but one guy. But this one is like a whole group of people that's
correct
doing all this havoc simultaneously,
havoc,
though, right?
It's even scarier. Can you imagine? They're just. I can't even explain. I'm not as versed into it, but I'm just saddened by the whole situation because Jesus, in 3 days, basically less than 3 days, over 1,000 lives is lost already. It's all over the internet where missiles and whatnot are being launched from the Gaza Strip, and random places just being blown into bits.
I'm scrolling down this article that you sent me from just NBC News.
Yeah,
not CNN, but anyway, it's probably similar. The one at the bottom, just below the video, I think that you were referring to a while ago. The pressures of Israeli life, including the constant tensions with Gaza and the West Bank, and the mandatory military service, have marked the collective character of young Israelis since the founding of the state. back in 1948.
1948, yeah.
Yeah, festivals often reflect the influence of destinations like India and Nepal, where many young Israelis visit after their military service. So it's it's a part of their life that they're doing these music festivals just to just to release all this tension and
Right.
live life, have fun, and then you get this kind of thing going on
Right.
because of somebody's ideology or because of somebody's belief that a piece of land belongs to them. I mean, am I understanding the situation like in
basically
fifth grader terms?
The back then in the early 1900s and whatnot, they've been it's like a commonplace for Palestinians and Israelites, right? Arabs and Jews and Arabs and whatnot. But it was creating conflict, So basically, the UN stepped in 1947 and created, basically giving Israel its own state. Because of that, it displaced and basically pushed out a lot of Arabs, Palestinian Arabs, basically, out of Israel. Because, the Jewish people or the Jewish community moved in, they all got put in there and whatnot. But the crazy thing is, inside of that is the Gaza Strip, where it supposedly still belongs to the Palestinians. I don't really know the lingo to it, to be honest with you. And it sucks. It's a place within a place that displaces certain cultures and whatnot. It's a whole debacle, and it's sad.
Last paragraph of the article. The terrible irony in this case, and in the case of many of the others who were there, was that they made it through mandatory military service, or maybe here in the Philippines, it's kind of like ROTC, but it's not that mandatory.
Right.
They served their country. They did what they were asked to do for their country, and they were simply enjoying a holiday in nature, listening to music and terror and shoes.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's heavy. The last thing I really want to say into this. I don't want to linger around it too much because it's too heavy, it's too early, and unfortunately, there's no resolution in regards to this conflict. I don't think there ever will be. It's one of those things that's going to be around forever, and time has basically shown it that it's been around forever.
It's important to talk about, or it's important to know about at least, though, because it's like a lot of us kind of grow up, myself included, that everything's like nice and dandy in this world.
Yeah.
But sometimes we gotta know that, maybe our neighbor isn't exactly Mr. Rogers. Sometimes we need to know these things. These things are actually happening, and there are actually people in the world that don't have our best interest and thinks that their best interest for themselves is for everybody else. And what they do is figure out means and ways, whether it's terrorism, violence, or manipulative tactics, to try to figure out to control the situation to their favor.
It sucks.
I'm obviously talking about other personal things at the moment, but yeah, I'm relating it to exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean,
how does one? I can't even imagine. Like the article said, and like you said, part of their life as they move on from childhood, they have to they have to serve in a mandatory way, basically, right? And then these guys are just taking a break or out and about or after whatever, celebrating. All of a sudden,
I mean, maybe that's the thing. Maybe these terrorists or Hamas or whoever it was that.
Well, they're still fighting for that little land.
Yeah, no, they probably thought, they're celebrating after they did, military service. So they're probably on their side, and that means if they're there on their side and military service, and that means they're against us, so they can't be celebrating, and we have to destroy that celebration. Let's join the party.
Right.
And it's a piece of land.
Yeah. And it's been around forever. I think it's not just a piece, based from what the stuff that I've read, it's not just obviously a piece of land. It's It's history. It's their life. It feels like a lot of the Palestinians probably feel like their bloodline is within those land, and that land's been taken away from them. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm just thinking like we're not part of that story. I don't really know
No.
the story. I don't know which side is
Right.
better or worse or whatever. But just the way that they are forcing their ideology or whatever it is that they believe in,
Yeah.
is what's really, that's the thing. They're people that they're people. I don't know if there was like a Jose Rizal quote here somewhere. It escapes my mind, but something to the effect of like, okay, you want an end. The ends doesn't justify the means. There's something that Jose Rizal mentioned something about along those lines, but you know what I mean? The end doesn't justify the means.
Right.
Like, yes, you want the piece of land or you want them out, whatever it is that you want, but how you get there is
it worth it?
And then there's all is fair in love and war. It's like, no, it's not. Is it?
Oh, man.
Are you biting off of beef jerky? What do you like?
Oh, hold on.
What is that?
Last thing I want to say basically in regards to this is I hope they realize that it's just not worth it. I mean, again, who am I to say? All these lives lost. For what? For what? Is it worth it?
Do we blame like security? Do they blame lack of security in the festival? That we're aware that this happens. People can do this kind of thing. Does that mean we need to ramp up security? They should have ramped up security. But did you mention that there were bombs thrown around, or was it really just like handguns and were there missiles?
It's not even detailed. As far as I know, it's handguns and actual militants, foot soldiers and whatnot. Well,
yeah, but no like aircraft or bombs being.
Now there is. Yeah.
Oh, now there is. You mean retaliating from what these guys did? So there's an active war. There's an actual action happening right now.
Missiles, rockets being launched all over the place. Israel has really taken a personal vendetta and declared war against the Hamas militants. And I don't know. Now it looks like it's going to be around. It's a conflict that's going to be around for a while. What the Hamas militant did was just too much, And it's in what couple of days and whatnot. Besides the people, including the people in the festival, 260 something lives lost at the festival. Now all of a sudden it's over 1,400. Yeah, that's sad.
Whew.
But last thing I want to say is my prayer goes out to everybody over there. May peace find their hearts and God watch over them. Well,
oh man.
Moving on. I apologize. That was a bit heavy to start with. It's always hard to talk about something like that. And how do you transition? And go ahead.
Yeah, we'll transition in a second. Let's talk about Lebanon. Remind me about that. But before we do that, let's talk about something really lightly. Something really light.
Yeah.
Before we started broadcasting, you were flipping around with your phone. I don't know if you want to bring it up, but you were mentioning something about your hand, and I thought I'd mention something about my glasses. You notice anything about my glasses?
Oh, is that new? Wow. I did notice that earlier, actually. Is it new?
It's Christine's glasses.
Do you guys have the same grade glasses?
Hers is just a little slightly lower than mine, so I'm still a little blind, but good enough that I could read the article in front of me. So
what is going on? Why are you wearing her glasses?
Girls' glasses. Long story. Oh, actually, it ties up to Lebanon, which is what I wanted to talk about after.
Okay.
It's all like sort of bunched up in my head.
Christine wants to get on the TikTok, by the way. Just Just tell her it's cool.
Yeah, she was working out something with her phone a while ago. She couldn't find something, and now she stepped out of the room. And I don't know if she's working on it or not, but I think she knows that we want to get on TikTok. But I don't know. I don't want to. You want me to step out and
no?
So, gosh, where does this story begin? A couple of months ago, we were on. Speaking of TikTok, we were on TikTok, and Tin was scrolling, and it's like, hey, look, there's a place. Like, look at this. Like, there was a vlogger like talking about this chicken, and she's like, and the owner, and according to her, it's really good chicken. Owners from Lebanon. And they call it, and this is the only way that it ties up to Lebanon, by the way, because the owner is Lebanese, and they were selling authentic Lebanese chicken. And the name of the chicken joint is Why Chicken. Why? Huh? Why not? So anyway, a couple of months ago, we were looking at TikTok, and because of TikTok, and because of this vlogger that was talking about food, like, look, guys, oh, sarap, oh, like, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I forgot about the part in the video where she says the line is sometimes a couple of hours long. So we were like, hey, let's go check out the place. It's on the way between here and my son's place, between Las Piñas to on the way to San Mateo. It's somewhere in the middle, like just before. It's like Cainta area, or Marikina area. Just it's on one of the Mangahan roads going into Marcos Highway. So it's on the way.
Right.
So we went there before, but it was too early, like 6:30 in the morning. They were still closed. At least we found the place. But the road is a nice road to drive on because it's nice and wide, and we can kind of cruise by.
Right.
Finally, yesterday comes along and we were like, hey, we got a chance to swing by. Let's go swing by and check out this authentic Lebanese place. And that a lot of people have been raving. A lot of the delivery riders you can see also are there, like, parked with their motorcycles.
Right.
Anyway, we get there yesterday and I figured we're going to get KF, my son, food. So that when I visited him, I have a little pasalubong, right?
I'm sorry. I apologize to cut you off real quick. Is this too dark?
It's fine.
You sure? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. I apologize. Go ahead.
We get there and the line is like, the line for Independence Day. It's a blockbuster. Right? So we're like, okay, let's just come back on our way back home. But the thing was, on the way there looking for it, it's a Sunday, so not a lot of people are on the road. It's like, where is it? Baka lumampas, we might miss it, that kind of thing. And you're not going to miss it because all the cars and all the motorcycles are parked in this one spot.
Oh, geez.
Falling in line for Lebanese chicken. So it was like, must be really good, but you could smell it, right? So we're like, sarap na amoy. So let's come back on our way back home. So I see my son about 2-3 hours later on our way back home.
Right.
It's raining. Raincoats on and everything, and people are standing outside with their
still
payong.
After 3 hours.
We get there, we're in line for what must have been an hour and a half, because we're waiting for the chicken to roast. And the way it started, they had like one oven, and then by the time we got there, a couple of months later,
right,
they have 3 ovens already.
Wow.
To catch up to the demand. But apparently there's still a bunch of people falling in line for this Why Chicken, Lebanese chicken, that everybody is all raving about. So finally we get in line, we order our chicken, we even order some for my dad, and it's his birthday today, so we figured we'd treat him to something, right? We get in line, we pay for the chicken, and there are no seats, so you can't actually eat there. I mean, you could if you really wanted to. You'd sit on the floor or something, and here it is.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa, look at that. Put it up closer real quick.
This one's still cold. It's over there, hon. It's over there.
Oh, it looks good.
It smells fantastic. Huh?
Is that
yun na nga. Kaya nga sobrang sarap eh. It's a basmati rice with Lebanese herb chicken kind of thing.
Wow.
It's a really simple. I think it's a really simple recipe, but there's some like extra ingredients that they're putting on there that's making it like may konting, cake in the gut. Baka gusto mo pa-TikTok daw. Kung trip mo. Where was I going with the story? Oh, it ended up with us looking for like a 7-Eleven because they also didn't have any utensils. They weren't serving any utensils. And we finally, it's funny because I put on the raincoat and everything, I took off the knee pads. It stopped raining and then it started raining again. So I put on the knee pads, put on the raincoat and everything. And then in between all of that, I was like, you know what? I can't drive with my glasses on. I got to put the contact lenses on. So I put on the contact lenses, put down my glasses, put everything back on, raincoat and everything. Starts raining. People still falling in line with their umbrellas and everything. And Christine is in line. And she happened to be like under the tent already, so she wasn't really getting wet. I was getting ready for the motorcycle and everything. And then halfway through home, but before we get there, so I put everything on, right? And we're like, okay, I'm really hungry. We got to stop somewhere to eat and look for utensils. So I put everything on, helmet on and everything, balaclava and everything, which takes about like 2 minutes for me. Like some people, it takes like 5 seconds. It takes like 3 minutes for me. Anyway, we get on the motorcycle and then about 100 feet away, there's like a 7-Eleven. So we take everything off again just to start eating the Lebanese chicken. And, it's worth the 1 hour, hour and a half that we fell in line for.
Really?
Each box, the one that I just showed you, which is a whole chicken, half chicken, whole chicken with a whole bunch of basmati rice and yung butil ng kanin is about like this long. It's like really looks and smells as good as it looks. We finally get our utensils at the 7-Eleven and everything, and there's ipis on the side, and there's we're literally like we're on the street, and then like we're eating with our hands, never mind the utensils because it broke
right
from 7-Eleven. And then half of what I was eating was probably already in my mouth because it cracked and everything. And it's like, okay, I'm using my hands. Nagkakamay na kami.
Oh,
where are we going to wash and clean our hands? It's raining. So I was like, washing my hands under one of the gutters that was flowing down from the roof and everything. So it was a nice little picnic on the side of the road in front of a 7-Eleven. And then to end the story, halfway home, so that was like 15, 20 minutes into the ride, right? About 40 minutes into the ride, takes us about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get home. 3/4 into the ride, so we were almost home, like on the service road of South Superhighway. We stop, take a break, go to the toilet. I'm taking everything off, and then I realized
for like the 4th time.
Yeah, because it wasn't raining anymore. I realized that I set my glasses on this railing, but I never put it back into my bag.
Oh, Jesus Christ! At 7-Eleven?
So at 45 years old, I finally do one of those senior things where I lost my glasses.
Oh, good job.
So I was wearing contact lenses and I was able to drive home. But, when I go to bed and wake up this morning, I was like blind. So I was like, can I borrow your glasses, please?
So you're going to get a new one?
So that's how that story ends. Yeah, hopefully if we can afford it or whatever. And are you okay? Are you wearing contacts? And she's blind too. So now you have 2 blind mice on the podcast. And I was showing you the strap.
Me of
I was showing you the pink strap on the back of the glasses.
I saw that earlier. I was kind of wondering what was that about.
It always slides off of her face. And it's fine with me. It's not sliding, but it always slides off of her face when she's cooking. And she's like, anyway, it was my little MacGyver trick to try to keep it up on her face. But yeah, so it's a girl's glasses, and you got your girl nail.
Yeah, my beautiful rainbow fingers. They're called spirit fingers. Look at that, baby.
Can't just be one color. It's got to be rainbow.
Rainbow. So we got home from church, right? We had after church, we had the family lunch. We went out to lunch to this Japanese buffet place, which was fabulous as always. The only problem with going to that kind of place after church, everybody's sleepy. So on the drive home, it was a quiet ride home, and everybody's like, "I'm so tired." But my wife had to go out and do some errands with Malaya, who is our middle child, our middle daughter, our oldest daughter, right? So I had to distract the little one basically so that they can skedaddle out of here. So she goes,
I love how you're just like nonchalantly showing your
she goes,
pedicure to the camera.
She goes, Dad, can I paint? I want to paint your nails. So she paints my nails, right? Rainbow colored. And then all of a sudden she wants to go all pink.
Nice.
You know? So I got spirit fingers going on right now. But after that, she's like, no, sit there. I'm not done. So she puts makeup on me. She puts eyelashes on me or whatever. She's like putting pink paint on my eye. Or no, blue and then pink blush on my cheeks and whatnot. You know? So I was like, okay, fine. And then she goes, that's not, I'm done. I'm like, oh, does Dad look pretty? And she goes, yes. But I got pink toes, bro.
No.
I got pink toes.
No. Oh no. And you're not about to show us right now, are you?
I got pink toes, but I can't show it. I don't know how to show it that far. But
Oh.
She paints my toes too.
She's so proud of it. And she walked in just in time. That's so cute.
And then
that's awesome. So there's no way to get away from it.
No, I couldn't get away from it at all. So she was like painting my nails last time, and then she tried to paint black on my head with her black or darker nail polish. She's like, just pretend it's hair. I'm like, okay, no, that's it. We're going upstairs. We're taking a nap. We're going to nap. That's it.
Gotta draw the line somewhere.
I gotta draw the line somewhere.
This fun ends at a certain point.
It's gotta end. I mean, it's not a big deal. It comes off pretty quick, but it's like, look at that. Listen, guys, you're not a real guy unless you have your little princess paint your fingernails, right?
My boy's at the stage right now where he's, still trying to bully me.
Yeah.
But he's already wearing glasses. So he's like, wait, hold on. I got to take my glasses off. And he takes it off. And he's about to attack me again. It's like, hold on a second. I'm getting dizzy. Just a second. He puts it back on and goes back onto the attack.
He's what, 9 now or 10?
9 turning 10 this November. What's your verdict on the chicken? Out of 10, how many?
Not spicy.
Not spicy enough, but what grade?
1 to 5. 1 to 5.
1 to 5. 5 being the highest.
3.5.
3.5 lang?
Yeah.
What is it? 3.5?
3.
On my scale.
3.5.
Wow.
Kulang pa eh. May ipapalo pa eh.
Yeah, actually medyo bitin yung sauce nila. Parang they toned it down to be like, Pinoy, so it's not so spicy.
No, yung chicken is also matabang.
The chicken medyo matabang.
Yeah.
But it becomes like similar. A 4.5 for me because we were eating on the streets. Like, yeah, we're from the streets, bitch. Yeah.
Tapos, yung
pero, yeah,
chicken,
it's good.
Parang,
magkano naman siya?
300.
300 and then 50
good
pesos yung extra basmati rice. It's good for two. It's like huge already. Like one is good for one box that I showed you is like good for 2 already. Huh?
Right.
Pag niluto, di ba malaki? Tapos pag nung inaano sa oven, malaki niya. Tapos nung naluluto na, lumiliit ng paliit.
She's standing there looking at, these guys cook the chicken, right? And I'm like, you're looking at chicken being roasted, like paikot-ikot lang yun. Yung pala, she's looking at it like the way I kind of look at like movies or TV shows or whatever. It's like, oh, they had 2 cameras here and then they set it up over there. Like everything is like analytical in my mind. But for her, when she's looking at a kitchen, it's like, like napansin niya that the chicken it's huge when they put it in the oven, and then by the time it comes out, it's so like.
Why is it? There's some that doesn't sound right. I mean, I'm sad to say, if you go to Costco, they have those grilled or roasted chickens that they sell, right? But it's a whole chicken as well.
Yeah.
When it's fresh, it's big. Pero pag niluluto, hindi naman masyadong maliit na maliit. Of course, liliit, pero konti lang. Only a little bit.
She's got a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Napansin ko yun. Para siyang ini-injectionan.
Oh, that's probably what that is. Para mukhang malaki.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, it's 4.5 because I kind of felt like the chicken was a little dry inside.
Yeah, and I think the chicken, it's kaya sila dumodoble ng kita, mas mura nilang nakukuha.
That's right.
Taste-wise, though, it's like, I feel like, I'm not Lebanese, but I feel like it's, up there.
My wife,
as far as authenticity or taste is concerned. Pero yun lang, they medyo bitin sila sa sauce. I wish it was like 10 times more spicy.
When I started to date AC, she introduced me to Peruvian chicken. I've never had it before I met her. It's Peruvian. Para siyang ganun din, roasted,
Wait,
but hindi naman siya lumiliit, But it's
what kind of influences this Peruvian? Like, give me an idea where Peruvia is.
Peru?
Yeah, Peruvian chicken is a chicken.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Peruvian? Peru.
That's funny. Like Peruvian, it sounds longer than it didn't occur to me that it's Peru because Peru is such a short word.
Just like name Italian is for Italy. Come on.
Sounds like that's going to be another YouTube short with like captions on my face.
Yeah,
explaining
pretty much
the difference between Peru and Peruvian and Italy and Italian.
I mean, I don't know how to put it into like what's a good way to describe Peruvian. Oh, Max chicken.
It's basically like a
yeah.
grilled.
Yeah, parang Max. It's like a charcoal grill that's roasted.
Roasted whole chicken.
Yeah, whole chicken roasted.
But they don't put spices inside. They rub the spices outside.
Correct. The spices are not inside the chicken, basically. The spices is rubbed on the outside of the chicken. But I think what they do with the inside is it's like stuffed with something with the same spices. And whatever, but it's so delicious. That's good. And they got this, you can have plantains with it, or I learned this, I Googled this the other day. It's called saba.
Yuca.
Yeah, yuca. Plantains. Yuca. Plantains.
Would you go as far as saying it's like herb chicken? It tastes...
Yes, in a way. Yeah, it's kind of like herb chicken. Parang Max. Pero mas masarap itong... I have to admit, because I've had the Max chicken. Mas masarap itong Peruvian chicken, I have to admit. And I don't know what the heck they do with their sauce. It's so simple, but it's so good. It's so good,
Can I show this?
What is that?
What is that?
Video of what? Oh, of the I think it's a little too close on, like it's blurry now. Here.
This is good. Now it's another mango. This is what I was having earlier. This is dried mango,
Oh.
But that one's empty. So now this one's Trader Joe, the healthy version, the organic
soft
version.
And juicy mango.
Yeah, that's good. Speaking of healthy foods, I want to talk about my grocery experience yesterday.
Just give me a second to try to show you this, what they're doing. So while you're waiting in line for an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, they torture you with the roasted chicken right in front of you. And then the smell, like the exhaust of that.
Of the chicken?
of the chicken is also facing you. So you're standing in line in the heat and roasting with the chicken. So you smell like the chicken also at the same time. Just to give you a little teaser of that. So that's the...
yeah, just like Costco. Similar. That looks so good. Costco's just like that.
Can you imagine doing this? And then right behind you, you're on the street. So you can smell the diesel fumes at the same time. Yun lang, di ba?
While you're standing in line for your chicken, kumakapal yung libag sa leg mo.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's yun lang. So there's people that are walking there. There are people that are taking their motorcycles there. But the annoying thing is the people that are in their cars, these rich people that are parked there and they think they just put their cars in hazard. They leave their cars running so you can smell their fumes.
For hours? They leave the cars running for hours?
While they're standing there waiting in line.
It doesn't even make sense. It wastes gas.
Yeah. But there was this car yesterday that was
parang
parked right beside.
Nakikita ng customer na now palang niluluto para fresh.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the customers that are falling in line. They're standing there. The cars are running. And they don't have any consideration for the other people that are actually standing. They think that their car fumes don't smell anything.
Right.
Because they can't smell it because they're inside the car. Anyway, that was just my little rant. You were saying?
Well, so jumping ship to grocery shopping. Yesterday we went groceries, okay? And I'll tell you this much. I have never in my life bought so many healthy food at once. Never. Because of my state where I have to watch my blood pressure. I need to lower my blood pressure, basically, right?
Did it reflect on your manhood?
No.
Or your mortality?
It actually gave me a sense of like, holy crap, these people who are as healthy as hell, I got to give them more credit because of the amount of work just going into grocery shopping alone. The knowledge that you have to have, I guess it's simple knowledge, but for a regular Joe who's not healthy and just eats whatever, we don't really take the time to look at it, So we go grocery shopping. Just for example, looking for a healthy snack, for example, like dried mangoes, okay? Organic. Never have I ever spent in my life reading the contents and the ingredients and the back panel of any food that I've ever bought in my life.
What are you watching out for? What are you looking at on the ingredients?
Trans fat. Everything I bought has practically zero trans fat. Sodium. If not, I need to have something that's the lowest possible amount of salt or sodium in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And of course, sugar.
My God, those nails are really distracting, and you're really doing it like right in front of TikTok.
I don't know what do you want me to do? I can't take pause now and like turn it off. No, listen, jealous.
Like people are gonna start wondering, why are they calling it the FlipSide? They're not like, are they Filipino?
It's the flip
are they
side.
American? Oh, you have a FlipSide also? Oh my God.
It's the flip side. Not that we discriminate anything, I'm just saying.
Actually, we encourage it. If you want to, go for it. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I don't want to skip over your Costco or your shopping spree yesterday, right? But there's this I don't know if bakla ba yun or is he gay? I don't know if he's gay, but I think he's gay. But he's effeminate. Right? There's this bakla guy that on the karinderya of my son's neighborhood that we kind of befriended because we're hanging out with the karinderya and he's staying with the karinderya owner, etc., etc. Anyway, so he's feminine, right?
Okay.
And I happen to have clothes that are small for me already, and I think it would fit him, so I started giving him stuff. Okay, so he's like, "Oh my gosh, sir, it fits me." Parang ganyan. Natuwa lang ako. I was just so I just like my heart was so touched yesterday.
Enamored by him.
I dropped her off at another restaurant yesterday because the karinderya was closed. But he lives in the area, so he was on his motorcycle. I was on his motorcycle. We crossed paths like that. We didn't stop to talk to each other,
Right.
but it was just enough for him to go, "Sir," and I was like,
Stop it. You know you liked it and you felt good.
"Oh no, yeah, no, it felt so good that he greeted me because he was so happy to see me because I gave him stuff and then
Sir Noel.
and I'm happy that it fits him. We're like happy for each other. And oh my gosh, sister, thank you. And it was perfect timing because it happened in front of the guardhouse. So I was going this way, he was going that way.
The guard is probably like so.
Yeah, so the guard like opened up the gate like that.
What?
Right. And it's like, "Sir, hi, sir." Like that. So we were just hi, sir. So on my right side to the guard, I was like, "Sir, bibisita lang ako sa
Hoy.
anak ko.
Pare, putang na sinong bakla?
Sir." On my right side, "Sir." And then on the flip side, "Sir, oh my gosh." And then it's like, "Hi." And then
Sir Noel.
it was just a nice, it was a nice, like,
sister.
really
Nakaka-attract yung nail mo,
heartwarming 2-second moment where I just felt so welcome. I felt welcome by the guard because he opened the gate for me without me having to show my ID kind of thing. And he already
Right.
knows my face because I'm the guy that visits his son on this Sunday or Saturday.
On top of that, you had a fan that crossed you over.
And then I had a fan that said, "Sir." Oh my gosh. And he's so happy because when we give him stuff, like, he wears it right away, whatever fits him, it's
Right.
already on him the next day. So the next batch that we're bringing, so we've been bringing shirts, t-shirts, and the next batch is going to be underwear and socks.
So you're giving him your boxers? Oh my God, sir! Para tayong bird buddies. Oh my God! We are so intimate, sir! Oh my God, I'm so excited!
I don't think I've ever worn these because it's one of those like mumurahin from Shopee. We got it online,
Yeah, okay, sure. What?
and I got fooled by.
Good save, pare. Good save.
Yeah, it was like my junk is just too big for it. That's right.
All right.
Never fit.
Okay. So, what's this guy's name? Do you know?
Dindo. We never.
Dindo? Oh my
Ikaw ba,
God.
sinuot mo ba? Hindi
No.
pwede sa'yo. So I wanted to give it to her. She didn't want it.
Hindi naman ako lalaki.
Sir Noel's junk is touching my junk. Oh my God.
You're using every opportunity to put those nails like in front of the camera, aren't you?
No, come on, man.
So, okay, let's finish your Costco shopping, healthy shopping story.
Okay,
So,
so
you're
anyway.
looking for sodium and
So my enemy is sodium, trans fat, and sugar.
trans fat,
Okay, I
trans
think
fat
that
and sugar.
because we all honestly we don't eat enough red meat or pork in this household for my blood sugar to be my blood pressure to be that high. Okay,
Oh,
it's all the sugar and the fat, the trans fat of being processed food and whatnot, and the salt that I put in my in my body. That's all my life. It's always been like that, and it has finally caught up to me. So I am literally trying to make a complete change. So
Yeah.
I've never spent so much time reading the ingredients of any product that I have bought. Okay,
so give me an idea. What's healthy now? So what did you end up getting?
so
Mangoes?
no, we got some fruits. Definitely some fruits, some bananas, some apples, some peaches. But
You didn't have to read the
Everything.
ingredients on those.
no, listen, I'm not done. Like for example, when you buy bread, it has to be wheat, low in sodium, low in trans fat. Everything is light, or low sodium. Even the cheese that my wife got me that she found was low sodium, no sugar. Everything is almost no sugar now. The drinks that I started drinking these sparkling water, like I told you, no sugar, no sodium, nothing, or water. I don't drink soda
The
anymore.
drinks. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
not even a Diet Coke. I haven't had coffee in God knows how long now. And I've been drinking a lot of tea. I'm trying to make substitutes, even chips. Okay. Low sodium, low sugar chips is all I'm getting now. Even the tortilla wrap, for crying out loud, I was having a hard time finding a low carb, low sodium tortilla, and my wife found one. Which is great because I've been eating mainly salads and wraps. So instead of a sandwich where I'm actually eating a whole sandwich, even the meat that we bought, really you're not supposed to eat a processed food anymore, like sandwich deli meats, because it's high sodium, high sugar and whatnot, and trans fat. So everything that we found is completely low sodium, almost no sugar, and no trans fat, even the meats. So that's a big change for me. Even the salad dressing, actually found a light Caesar salad dressing where there's practically no sugar, practically no sodium, which is great,
And you believe that?
Well, that's what the bottle says. You read the ingredients. Here's the kicker. I have now almost completely cut off white rice in my life. Except I have to substitute it for brown rice.
Let's put some context into this. This Filipino is lessening the amount of rice on his diet.
Yes.
It's just like almost sacrilegious.
I think yung makaka-help din sa'yo, yung like may brown rice po dyan.
Ayun na nga daw, brown rice nga daw yung kinakain.
Or red.
Yeah.
Red
Wala,
rice.
pakabibili ko lang kahapon. So starting yesterday or starting Thursday, really haven't had rice at all.
You know the intricacies of cooking brown rice, right?
No.
May konting technique yan. It's not like the white rice that you just pop in there, do your finger thing on the water.
Hahaluan ng white rice.
Yeah.
Sinain.
No.
No. Tapos lagyan mo ng, para mawala yung sugar, lagyan mo ng 1 scoop ng
Suka.
vinegar.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Can you guys send that to me in like a message on Facebook later so that I know? Because I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to try it.
Okay, but just to give you sort of an overview, actually all the rice that you have, even if it's white rice, para daw matanggal yung starch or sugar or whatever it is that you're fighting against with the white rice, drop a couple of scoops of suka vinegar.
White vinegar?
Yeah. And then it'll also last a little longer. Yeah. This is also a funny thing that I just found out about 6 months ago. So we started doing that. And true enough, it doesn't spoil the rice as fast. Like if it'll spoil like after a day or two, this one will spoil maybe after 3 days. Parang ganon.
Really?
But yeah, the thing with red rice also, and trust me on this because I'm from Baguio, the red rice you're looking at when you're eating red rice in a restaurant, you think it's 100% red rice, but actually that's mixed in with a little bit of white rice.
Right. That sucks. So I'm going to try this brown rice.
Yeah, so you could try the brown rice thing like 100%, but if it's a little too strong for you, you add a little white rice, dilute it with a little bit of white rice, and then
vinegar.
But the real thing that you got to think about is yung tubig, diba?
Yeah.
How do you describe the water?
Same lang din sa pero kasi kapag plain lang, mas matubig.
Basta something to the effect, parang hindi ba doble yung water?
Can you guys give me like written instructions on this, like on Facebook later? Because I'm gonna forget about this and I need to know this stuff.
Yeah,
but it's on Google, though, right? Nasa Google ba yun? I think everything that we just talked about is on Google except for the vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to know because I want to know the dynamics on that one. But anyway.
Or kahit nag-white rice ka, makarami ka ng kain, naka-white, may vinegar naman yun.
It dilutes it.
I hope you don't mind, but Anthony just messaged me. We're talking about life and how life sucks and everything. I think it would be nice to talk to the guy.
Yeah,
I forwarded him. I got distracted a while ago. I forwarded him the link that you sent me for this broadcast right now. He's telling me that it's not working, and I'm concerned for this guy because I haven't heard from him in a month. I sent him a message about a couple of weeks ago and just seen it, and he's only messaged me now.
Really?
And I feel like when a guy reaches out, you gotta reach back out and listen.
I just sent it to you again, so you probably grabbed the wrong one. I just sent you another one.
Maybe.
But anyway, even down to the juice, everything has gotten to be watched. You know, like today, like I said, for lunch, we went to a buffet, right?
Mm.
I practically didn't eat rice or anything with starch in it. You know, it was a Japanese buffet. I had a lot of seafood and a lot of vegetables today. That's practically what I ate. And it's a big difference. It totally changed my train of thought, because before, like, when to eat, now I gotta consider, like, the last 2 days were like thinking about like what to eat for my birthday, where to go, what not. So I gotta consider.
Doesn't it screw up your mood?
Like, I don't know. It's only been like what, this whole week where I've completely changed my diet and like eating it properly. You know, that's it so far.
Nothing frustrating or like life changing, or how is it affecting you mentally? Like
mentally, it's kind of draining a little bit, since I need everything I eat, everything I drink, I got to think about it. It's just sugar, and it doesn't help that there's a lot of sugary food and fatty food in the house. You know,
like in your face.
Like my wife got me a birthday to blow a candle, and oh hey,
I hope you don't mind. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, what's going on, Anthony? It's been a while.
There we go. Hello, gentlemen.
How are you?
Yeah, man. I was worried about you. I haven't heard from you in a while. You see my messages, but you don't reply.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, like I said, sometimes life just takes a dump on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you send me that message. Life takes a crap at you. And then I'm like, okay, nice to hear from you too. Welcome to the show. So, no, it's funny that you joined us now, Ants, because Jason and I were just talking about, Jason cutting off rice from his diet. So hell on earth.
Scorched earth, basically.
And what's going on with you?
Well, I've been a busy guy. The kids started school, so schedules changed, weekend hours changed. I'm not even home. I'm actually sitting in my car right now at my in-laws. So
at your in-laws, and you're hiding in your car?
Are you hiding in the car?
It's hot in the house. We're in Vallejo, so it's about maybe 90 degrees over here. I'm sorry, no, it's 70 degrees, but it's 90 in the house. So it's actually cold out here.
Okay.
That background picture that's on screen right now looks like your brother. And then now that you're bald, it's like do you have another brother that we don't know about?
So what's going on? How's everything with you?
Yeah, otherwise, wife is
wrestling with the phone.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't have a recording station. This will have to do. Yeah, otherwise, I'm doing all right. Yeah.
How's work? How's business going?
It's picking up, so it's a little bit better for the house, better for the wallet, but it's been a slow climb.
Right.
Right now, definitely California, we're hitting that rise in inflation and so forth. So gas went back up, food went back up, and it's been a little tough just the past 3 weeks, I'd say, maybe 4 weeks.
Did I see the sign on Gellert properly a couple of days ago? I looked at the gas price, the one by before ceremony. There's a Shell gas station there.
What'd you see?
643.
That's about right.
Jesus Christ. $6.43 a gallon for gas.
A gallon. And that's regular.
So, guys, I was thinking, Anthony.
Here we go.
What do you got?
Here we go.
I don't mean to put you guys on the spot here or anything, but in case your gym needs like a janitor, or a driver, or a chef, let us know. We're looking for work. And then my son the other day says, "Hey, Dad, you need to get a job, huh? Go Go look for work. So he doesn't know that. He doesn't know what I'm doing, right? But secretly, he doesn't know that I'm also wishing that I could just like jump ship and move to another country. And then, but now that gas is more than $6, I'm like, I'll think about that.
No, that's in California.
That's in California. Yeah, in California, especially northern and southern California. Depending on where you are in California, it's not too bad. Go to Montana, and you're probably paying about $3 a gallon.
Where?
Wow.
Go to Montana, maybe.
Well, that's Montana. Nobody goes to Montana.
That's what I'm saying. If you want a lower cost, but then again, Montana, I think state minimum wage is like $14 or $13, maybe less than that.
Right, because it adjusts. Like here in Virginia, minimum wage right now is what? $12.50.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's still pretty low.
Why did I think you lived in New York?
New York? Hell no, I don't want to live in New York. You know how expensive it is to live in New York?
Okay.
Average rent in New York City right now in Manhattan, even Manhattan, is about $5,000.
Oh wow, okay.
East Coast, same.
No, it's not. No, never say that. East Coast, the same thing. No, never say that. You don't want to say that in New York, man.
But here's the thing. I mean, if you guys were in my shoes, right? I mean, except for leaving your family or your kid, like in the Philippines. Let's say you were based in the Philippines. Serious question. You're in the Philippines. Somebody offers you a job, let's say to be a janitor at a UFC gym in San Bruno, for example. Would you move would you move to California or any other state in America to get out of the Philippines because you're also not earning?
Of course. I mean,
or because you hated the weather? Would you move to?
What kind of question is that?
I would probably move not knowing that it's probably going to be the same.
Well, no, you can't say that because there's two different things. Here, if you work here, you can get here somewhere here.
Well, yes,
and it's better than nothing in the Philippines.
Yes. That is true. That is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that is true. I mean, I do have a roof over my head. I have clothes. My kids have a.
Here you can. Here's the difference. All right. Here, and unfortunately, I'm going to equate this to how it is back in California, where I live in Virginia. If I was single, probably right now I wouldn't be living where I'm living. I'd probably be renting a room or a single bedroom apartment or studio apartment close by or somewhere around here because it would be definitely cheaper, right? Because you don't need much to live that way. And then you can actually earn maybe $15, $16 an hour working full-time anywhere. The difference there too with most people here is I don't care if I have to work, if I lose my job now and I have to go work washing dishes, I'll wash dishes. I have to. You have to. You know? Now, if you're in your situation in the Philippines and you got to do what you got to do, and you got the opportunity to go somewhere else to make a little bit more, you need to remember that a little bit more somewhere else is a lot more in the Philippines. So obviously it's worth it. Even if you're making $15, $16 an hour or $14, $15, $16 an hour here, that's still a lot over there. Granted, after taxes and expenses, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I want to tell you the story about the carinderia lady that we were hanging out at, whenever my son. She's a high school graduate, so she didn't take any college or anything like that. High school graduate only. And, carinderia lady, it sounds like, she's just unsuccessful in life. But if you really talk to her, she spent most of her life, and she's probably in her 50s, 60s na ba na ngayon? 57. She's a little older than us, 5-10 years older than us. Anyway, so carinderia lady, she's just managing this little eatery on the road, right? But she was an OFW and she was able to put up her own house. And her kids now, and this is what the point of the story is all about. Her kids now are all like valedictorian, class president kind of thing in public schools in the neighborhood. So it's just a nice feeling where, and so when she goes up on stage to get the award or give the diploma or whatever to her kid, she's being called up on stage so many times that she's so embarrassed to come up on stage already. Because I mean, like, did you get the point of that story? Where
no, why would she be embarrassed? I don't understand.
Well, because she's receiving the awards or like helping, like here in the Philippines, because if you're the one that
presenting the awards to her kids,
you're always the one presenting the award to your kids, so you'd be proud, right? But you'd be embarrassed because for the rest of the parents that are watching, it's like it's you again. Get off the stage, give an award to other kids.
Whatever.
Give some room to other kids. But that's not the point of the story. Point of the story is that.
Point is the story that parent should tell the other parents, like, eat my shorts. my kids are smart.
No. I think the point there is that if you yourself are not successful, or if you were just an OFW kind of thing, that, you kind of look down on yourself in that way. It's such a proud moment if your kids are able to move up and do their thing on their own without you necessarily. I mean, like, yes, you're the mom. Yes, you are helping out because you're the parent. You're the proud parent. But the fact that your kids are actually making way and doing their thing in life, or making the most of going to, let's say, even just a public school,
right?
It's a proud moment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But you're not making as much as you were when you were an OFW, or you are not.
I think I've said this before, that being an OFW in the Philippines it's still the national gross, highest gross income that the Philippines make, basically. All right.
Yeah.
I should have asked this sooner. Forgive me. What is an OFW?
Overseas Filipino worker.
Overseas Filipino worker.
Yeah, we were joking about it a while ago, how like what Jason was saying, like that's why there's a lot of OFWs all over the world, Anthony, because of that. Because if you're earning $13, $14, $15, $16, exactly what Jason was saying, that's still like 10 times as much as what you would be earning here in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. No matter what. So it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, they take anything from low, janitor on a ship to engineer in Dubai, whatever it might be. It's still, but the consequence of that is leaving your family behind.
Correct.
Right.
But coming from an OFW's point of view or perspective, for example, if you're making $15 an hour and you work just even 1 hour anywhere else in the world, for example, you're making $15 an hour. That's 840 pesos. Can you imagine in 1 hour that person makes 840 pesos? For the most part, that's a daily wage in the Philippines.
To give you an idea, 840 pesos, the minimum wage here is 300, right?
An hour?
So that's...
Or a day.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, a day. A day. So you're talking about 800 an hour?
Yeah. 840 pesos an hour. That's $15 an hour here.
$15
56.
an hour here. It's $3 a day. That's
Jesus. Can you imagine? See?
That's not even 8 hours. That's not even 8 hours close. That's usually 8, 9, 10 hours.
Right.
A day.
If you look at that here,
that definitely puts in perspective. So.
Yeah, it really puts things into perspective, because if it's $840, again, that's converting $15 minimum wage into 56 pesos currency, right? If you're making 840 pesos per hour, that equivalents to 6,720 pesos per day on an 8-hour shift. That's not even made in 2 weeks in the Philippines in most cases.
So let me know if you need a janitor in your gym and a chef. We're happy to work. Sorry to put you on the spot, but let's be real. Let's keep it real here.
We are hiring.
Man, see, this is what sucks about that, though. I've actually had that conversation so many times, right? Even with family members and whatnot. But it's hard because everybody expects you to pay to pay everything and do the legwork, you know? Your camera died. There you go. Oh, your battery died on the side camera.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it definitely puts a damper on things where if I am an OFW and I have a chance to go overseas to make money, dollars or whatnot, heck yeah, I'd go. It's gonna hurt and it's gonna suck, but hopefully you do it for a number of years that allows you to save a lot of money, so you don't have to do it anymore.
But listen, that means you're missing out on anybody painting your toes and your nails.
Well, I can't say that in my current situation now. You know what I mean?
Right. But I'm stretching out the idea. Like, would you do that? Like
right now?
If at all you get to see Joe.
Yeah.
Your little, how old is she now? 3?
3.
If at all you get to see her, let's say you get to see her once, 1 or 2 months every 2 years, for example. Let's say that's the contract.
I don't know now. I don't think I can do it now. That's me personally. Okay.
Like, damn it! I should have done it when I was living on the BART station. I should have thought about this.
Jesus Christ!
Right?
Yeah, probably. But now in my current situation, yeah, if I'm offered a job overseas and I can't take my family, I don't know if I can do it. I need to have my family there. Because I know that if I get, for example, I get offered a job overseas and it's enough to sustain for all my family, I know my wife is going to want to go. She's probably going to be hesitant about it, but at the same time, I know she's going to support me, you know?
So, Anthony.
Yeah.
How's your blood sugar?
Probably full of sugar.
You have any medical conditions that we need to know about?
Well, alopecia is
such an asshole. not you, Noel. Such an asshole, man.
What's alopecia? You mentioned that last time. It sounds like isn't that the thing that Jada Pinkett Smith has or something?
Yeah, it's an autoimmune issue where your body thinks the hair follicles are invaders, so your body attacks them. So my baldness is temporary for now. But to keep the head even, I'm just shaving it. So they were putting injections in the side of my scalp, which really, I thought I could take that pain. Man, after the 5th needle, I just couldn't do it anymore. So now they do a couple every couple of weeks, and then I keep applying the stuff, and little by little, my hair should grow back. But, stress will definitely do it. Stuff that messes with your liver and your kidneys, like caffeine drinks or energy drinks, that'll definitely do it. So cutting that out, cutting stress out will definitely, help the body recover faster.
Is it worth it doing all of that for just if it's going to damage your system? Is it? I mean, I think I'm understanding this wrong. You mean you're trying to get rid of those things, those things that?
Yeah, I'm trying to drop those things. If you're asking what my blood sugar is,
right?
Yeah, well, I haven't dropped those things yet, but just the medication alone is doing its job. If I can drop all the sugar stuff, absolutely, that'll speed things up.
Yeah,
dropping stress will definitely speed things up.
That's what I'm doing now.
What happens if you don't do any of the injections?
Well, I'll probably keep losing hair. So
and then
I'll not have to worry about shaving my head every 3 or 4 days.
Is it a major factor in regards to your health or your life, alopecia?
No. This is absolutely cosmetic. But
these medications you're taking for it, is it going to cause any kind of damage in regards to your system?
No, not at all. Yeah, it's absolutely
right.
Again, it's absolutely cosmetic. But in terms of what your earlier question, do I have any medical conditions you guys should be worried about? Yeah, I'm borderline with my current weight gain and my current diet. I'm right at that edge where if I overdo it, I'll probably be diabetic officially. But nope.
Yeah, that's my worry too. So
Dropped
because
it.
of all
know,
the bad food that I
It's
put in
definitely
me.
been reduced. Yeah.
I
Anything
mentioned
that spikes your insulin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
here we are joking about it, because it's like, right, we're at the cusp of, 45, 50. It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny, but as guys, it's like we make a joke about it, but it's actually a something that we should
Serious
really be
thing.
looking into. Yeah. Like, Jason, can you pick up your jaw from the floor?
So,
We're like,
I'm going to share a story with you about
what's
one of
up?
my students. I think he's 58 now, maybe 59. He was the guy I was talking to about Noel, the one who's currently
Oh,
homeless. Okay, so I am his age now. When I met him back in 2010, 2011,
wait,
he's
hold up.
6'2". Okay.
Hold up. Backstory. You don't mind me reading your text message?
No, please do.
Just so that Jason
Oh wait,
knows
but
what you're talking about.
no company names.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So when Jason was talking to me a while ago, I got a little distracted because Anthony here. So messaged me, right?
Mm.
And then basically he was saying that this guy got screwed over in such a way that he's now homeless. Like he had like a little dispute in court or whatever.
Right.
But long story short, he's now homeless.
Jesus.
But he's going to the gym where Anthony's
Oh no,
working
he's
at.
not. He's not anymore. He's been homeless for the past 3 years. Actually, he is currently in the hospital.
Also, he used to go to the gym, and then now he's homeless, and he's not going to the gym with you.
Not at all. No. We found him. It's he's been homeless for 3 years, and we found him that he had checked.
He's homeless due to losing his job.
Here, a little backstory without giving any clues to who his identity might be. He won a lawsuit from a company that he had worked for. And I might have told this to you guys maybe the last time I spoke with you that, he's, hey, honey, look, we got all this money coming in. She's like, oh, cool. So he gave her like $1 million or so. And a couple months later, she goes, can we get more of that? Yeah, don't worry. There's more coming. 3-4 months later, she pressed charges for domestic and physical and verbal abuse. The 3 kids all testified against the dad, and all money gone, sold the house. He's been homeless since. The Me Too movement, I think 2018, there are certain things where you don't need evidence, especially if you were suppressed by an abusive person in the household. People who don't have a voice can be heard, and your verbal testimony can count as evidence if you have no evidence due to the abuse. And that's good for people who get abused, but if you follow that case with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, same situation. Yeah. What if the person is making it up? Now, unfortunately, there's no way to know if he really did abuse her or not. There's no real way to know if she made this up. But it's strange that all 3 kids took. That's
what I was about to say. That's the best part. Like once you get the kids on your side, it's like a home run.
Right. Well, my daughter had a fancy wedding on the yacht, so that's. I don't know. I mean, if I'm an 18-year-old kid, a 19-year-old kid, I might say yes to a couple million.
Right.
Especially if your life is okay.
I'm sure it's happened in such a way that it's like, it's just my dad. He'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, that's just like, how it is nowadays, though. I mean, it's ridiculous.
As dads, we're just sometimes when you have a mother, I think that's like that has that kind of mentality that, gets the kids to choose sides, mom's side versus dad's side.
Right.
It becomes in such a way that they start to think that the dad is just the spare parent. I got mom. Yeah. I got mom I got mom anyway. Like, what do I have to lose if dad gets bankrupt?
Right.
Or if dad.
Anyway, so where does this homeless this guy go into play here? I'm sorry.
It was the health. So about 10, 12 years ago, I was 45 at the time, and I was barely 30. And I'd first met him. He was 6'2" and 375 pounds. Borderline type 2 diabetic. All of his blood sugar levels, were all off the charts. And his doctor told him that he was about maybe a hamburger away from dying. So he came to me for the weight loss and for the fitness and diet routine. And within 2.5 to 3 years, I dropped him down from 375 to 215. And man, he was in great shape. 48, 49 years old, great shape. And then as the years went by, he got to a comfortable weight. But now here we are, 2023. He's back to his original weight of 275. But now that he's 59 and not 45, there's all the issues with the liver that take into place. So your liver, it's got those regenerative properties. And if it's not working properly because of liver fats from sugar intake and all that stuff, your body's not going to heal any mutations that you might have if you're prone to getting cancer in your family. So he's got a tumor that spread from his leg to his groin to his abdomen. And that's why he's in the hospital now. That's what we found him. So if you're thinking about starting now for your diet to make sure that you're, all your levels are okay, good move, because I got to do the same.
Yeah. So, I mean, Noel brings that up because I'm in the process of like doing everything I can to lower down my blood pressure, because I was also, borderline diabetic area and whatnot. It's definitely the major factor in my life in regards to that is the consumption of sugar, fat, trans fat, and sodium, salt.
Right.
Yes,
absolutely.
So those are the three biggest, because we don't really eat a lot of red meat in this household, or pork for that matter. And it's been a challenge. I've only been taking grasp into this for about a week now. And yesterday I did my first healthy grocery in my life. Like I was telling Noel, it's the very first time I've done it in my life. And it's a task and a half. I'll tell you that much. I've never read a back of a food product so much in my life, counting the numbers and whatnot. And my favorite meal, breakfast meal, where spam, eggs, and rice is like, I don't know.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. And now I'm like, we went to the store yesterday, went to Walmart to buy some food, passed by the spam area. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want some so bad. I didn't even grab a can. I'll tell you that much.
Do you know how many milligrams of sodium's in the can?
What's that?
Do you know exactly how many milligrams of sodium's in a can of spam?
I think it's like 800 something.
Yeah, and that's 800 per serving, right? So
yeah.
And how many servings of spam's in one can?
I don't know.
It's about 4. So that's a lot of sodium.
Yeah. It's processed meat alone to begin with. It's not good for you. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. But the things to consider are our relatives, spam and Vienna sausage and corned beef. I mean, that was readily available, but they were also walking 8 miles a day, carrying heavy loads all day, every day. So all that rice, our family, the older generations, they just burned it off. Right. We are not exercising that much.
No, we're not.
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of the people that are living longer. I remember watching this documentary on Netflix, something about the blue zones, the healthiest places on earth.
Right.
A lot of these places are very hilly.
Yes.
A lot of these people have to be walking around, and, they take that exercise just because they need to go to the market.
Right.
It is always diet and exercise in the end. And the difference between living longer is that simple. The problem is it's that diet, man.
That's what that is. Change. And that's that's what I'm merging into right now. Like salads and wraps, less canned goods, no more fast food. Ugh. Sucks. It sucks.
I understand.
Jason. Ang secret lang dyan, vinegar.
I'm gonna have to. I saw what you wrote down. I'm going to look into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if it's gonna work,
before you sleep, then the apple cider will help you.
Apple cider?
Yeah.
Oh, apple cider vinegar or apple cider?
Before you sleep.
Just make sure you dilute it with a lot of water. It's
hold on. Are you talking about apple cider, the juice, vinegar, or apple cider vinegar?
Apple cider vinegar.
Vinegar, not the juice.
Can you concur? Do you concur in this, Anthony?
Yeah, but make sure that you're not drinking it straight. I mean, it's going to tear your insides, so make sure you drink it with a lot of water. I've heard people dispute that, but no,
Yeah,
I've seen it enough times. Make sure
So
you drink
one spoon of apple cider vinegar to a glass of water.
Yeah, something to that effect. I mean, I would concur. Based on my research, like looking into like raw diet for dogs. So I was figuring out like what else can I feed my dog aside from
you're
dog
saying
food.
I'm a dog.
Right? No, listen. So they're recommending it for dogs, like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar on their plate every now and then, just to like sort of clean the gut. I mean, if it's working for dogs, that's my little experience. So that's actually the first time that I heard that apple cider vinegar could be healthy for you because it was recommended as a
listen. Go ahead,
diet for the dogs.
Well, what happens is over the years, your liver, your gallbladder, and your kidneys, they start to function less efficiently due to, again, the like high liver fats, and that's from high sodium, high sugar foods. Your kidneys are overworked, and your body's metabolism starts to slow down and eventually shuts down.
Right.
Which is where organ failure kicks in, and then heart attacks and so on. So to be able to get to the root source, start with your liver. So apple cider vinegar to help, just to help emulsify the food a little bit more. Do you know anyone who got their gallbladder removed?
No.
I know a lot of people, including my in-laws. It was a procedure they had to get done, and again, due to the high trans fats, high sodium, high sugar foods from fast food and soda, they lost their gallbladder, that little organ next to your liver, and that helps you emulsify food. So if you can emulsify food on a regular basis, you're going down that spiral. Look up the properties of celery juice from freshly juiced celery, kept at temperature. It's got a lot of cleansing properties to help jumpstart your metabolism. There's a lot of books on it, but it can't be your only dietary source. It's just
Well, I mean, one thing I definitely want to try. You think, Anthony, like what Christine said, you concur to this, right? You can confirm that it's okay for you to do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into a glass of water. Can you concur that?
Only through outstanding sources. I am not a licensed nutritionist, so I can't legally tell you that.
No, I'm not obviously doing it.
No.
I'm not
I gotta watch out how I say, because I am employed in this industry. So
whatever you're eating, just add a drop of apple cider vinegar here and there. It doesn't have to be specifically on a glass. Like, okay, here it is. I'm gonna drink it. Now. Just you're eating a little bit of I don't know. Let's say you're having an egg for breakfast. Just add a couple of drops of apple cider vinegar on your egg and on your bread, or your healthy, or your mango, whatever it is that you're eating. Just like whatever apple cider vinegar will be good with. Eat that, and then drink it with a glass of water.
I'm thinking about now that vinegar dipping sauce.
We lost you there. We lost you.
Sorry, every time you guys say apple cider vinegar, the first thing I think of is lumpia with that vinegar, pepper, salt dipping sauce.
Lumpia, exactly. So you're having a little lumpia, drop a couple of teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and then a glass of water on the side.
Or pwede mong gawin, like kapag nagluluto ka, hugasan mo sa
apple cider vinegar.
No. White vinegar.
Iba naman
with
yun.
water.
Yeah.
Para isusoak mo yung fats nung niluluto mo.
Yeah. So what Anthony's actually saying with diluting your food with what's the word that you use? Emulsion?
Got it.
So you're doing that with
not when after you consume it,
So according to what I read here, despite several claims, it is only valid to say that apple cider vinegar does not directly impact your blood pressure levels. However, it can help lower the blood pressure by acting on the factors causing it. So what it does basically, it takes care of the preventative whatever it is that causes high blood pressure. Basically, it dilutes your system from it. So in a sense, it helps bring your pressure down. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yun nga.
all right.
So
I'm gonna try that.
Whatever Anthony was saying about that for your food, that's what Tin was saying before it even gets into your body with the rice. So with the rice that you're cooking, you're already putting a little bit of vinegar when you're cooking it or before you cook it.
Hey man.
So before it even gets into your body, like all that starch and sugar is already less before it even goes into your mouth.
So spirit fingers.
And then I learned from your auntie the like fish, hugasan mo sa may tubig na may
suka.
Yeah.
Ayun.
So listen, we need to end this broadcast soon, but before that, I want to share the perfect gift that I've gotten from my wife. Don't do that, dude. You got like boobs flopping around.
So what is this? The perfect
Do it again. Do it again.
Gift?
Oh, I can't do.
Do it again. I'm trying to get it into the camera. Do it again. Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
What are you talking about?
So, yeah. So
what's happening?
My wife goes out today and buys me a birthday gift, which I believe is the perfect birthday gift that she's ever given me.
Oh, wow, Anthony, Jason's birthday today, October 9th.
Oh,
Same
tomorrow.
birthday as my dad.
Yeah, tomorrow, October 9th.
Happy early birthday.
Tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So she makes
tomorrow is already today. What is this?
She makes me a birthday box. Like she buys a box and puts stuff in it. But these are all thought of gifts, which is the kind of gifts that I like. Okay.
Wow.
Specifically for you, this is like
specifically
all items
for me.
Specifically for Jason. Let's find out what's in the box.
So I have issues with my feet. I'm always wearing socks. It doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside, right? But my problem is most of my socks, they turn out to be too thin and end up having holes in it. So she buys me finally some thicker socks. You know what I mean? I love it.
So you had holy socks.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, I do have holy socks. Yes. On top of that, the next thing she buys me is she goes, honey, since your bones are falling apart, I bought you some vitamin D3, baby. The gummies, for my bones.
Nice.
But the best part, she buys it in my favorite flavor, peach. Look at that, huh? Because she says, because you're peachy. Come on, that was good. And then she's like, baby, I know you've been stressed out. I bought you a massager. Whoa. So you put it in your hand. Listen, she tried it on me earlier. So you take off this board thing and you put it in your hand, right? And then you massage your back, or she massages your back. Oh my goodness. This thing is made out of metal. They're like metal bearings. But holy bejeez, yo. It's so good. It's ridiculous. And then, since she knows I'm on a diet and I'm cutting off all sugars and sodiums, she buys me my very own dark chocolate peanut butter cups with no sodium and no sugar.
So sweet.
Right?
Nice.
But the best part, that's not even the best part. I don't drink. I've cut off coffee now because it's too much sugar and too much caffeine and whatnot. So I've been drinking.
Dairy cream na rin.
Correct. So I've been drinking tea. I've been drinking tea. So you know what she does? She gets me the Honey Spoons lemon flavored tea. Lemon honey spoons.
Oh, so sweet.
Right. So it's like a spoon shaped, but it's a honey, right? So you put it in your tea and it makes your tea naturally sweet and flavorful with no sugar. And and no sodium.
Still can't get away from the fact that you're doing all of this to show us your nails on the camera.
Oh, I mean, come on, man. You know, you love it.
Nice.
You know what
Very
you need?
nice.
Anthony, backstory. I didn't do this for fun. It's my daughter who pointed at this.
Hey.
But
Yeah,
did you know that Noel has a fan that sees him all the time and it's like, oh my God, Sir Noel. And
Nice.
apparently they're sharing underwear.
Is that so?
That's not your story to tell. That I'm supposed. What the?
Hey, you threw me under the bus with my nail. Anyway.
So where did this fan start their obsession with? Was it Nick? Was it the Nick Jr.? Was it your
No, not that
was
kind
it
of
DJ?
fan.
Okay.
No. The Carinderia lady has he has like a little effeminate cook there. The guy is about my size a few years ago when I was really skinny and malnourished myself. So I got myself a whole bunch of clothes that don't fit me anymore. And so now every now and then when I go to visit my son and see the Carinderia lady and the bakla, the feminine guy that we see there, you know, I give him the clothes and now he's become my fan because I've been friendly to him, giving him my old clothes, and now he calls me Sir Noel. Oh my gosh.
Is it safe to say that he gets on his bike sharing an underwear and honking his horn for you? Beep, beep, beep. Hi, Mr. Sir.
Hey.
Really getting a kick out of that, huh? Jeez. Whatever floats your boat, Jay.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Go for it.
Suggestion
Anyway,
pala ako sa'yo. Jason.
Oh, one last
Ano?
suggestion. Pahabol
May
daw.
suggestion ako sa'yo.
Ano.
Garlic and honey. Ilalagay mo sa jar. Ilagay mo lang siya sa rep. Tumatagal siya ng 1 year. Kakainin mo siya.
Ano ako, vampira?
Hindi. Kasi makaka-help yun to reduce your high blood pressure.
So I have to wait 1 year?
Garlic, tatagal siya ng 1 year. Ipunin mo yung garlic sa jar, tapos lagyan mo ng honey.
Oh, okay. So you're
Tapos
making...
kakainin mo yung garlic with honey. Once.
That sounds really bad. I'm gonna have to read into that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pamahiin ng mga...
I know. Hey, we need to cut this off already. All right, guys.
We're having a little too much fun. Hey, Anthony, good of you to join us, huh? Thank you. Nice to hear from you again after like
Anthony,
a month.
Don't log off after we close off. We got to catch up a little bit more. But thank you guys for tuning in again. It is the... I'm sorry. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for joining us. Catch us again in the next broadcast, which would be Wednesday this week. Episode 83 has already been posted. Please watch, like, and subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. The whole shebang. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, this is the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
Thank you to our guest, Christine and Anthony again. And we'll catch you later.
On the flip side.
Bye.
Don't hang up, Anthony. Hold on.
You can catch the full episodes on youtube.com at The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Full episodes uploaded every Wednesdays and Saturdays.